Welcome to our deep dive today.
Oh, this will be fun.
We're going to be exploring this idea of primal branding.
Okay.
It comes from a book with the same name by Patrick Hanlon,
I see.
and it's really all about, you know how certain brands can cultivate incredible customer loyalty,
Uh-huh.
almost like a devoted tribe, you know?
Oh, interesting.
So we're going to break down the 7 core elements that Hanlon lays out.
Okay.
And get this, we'll see how these elements actually tap into our very basic human need to belong.
Fascinating.
So are you ready to kind of unlock the secrets of building those devoted fans?
I'm all ears.
Or, as Hanlon calls them, zealots.
Zealots. I like that. What really strikes me about Hanlon's approach is how he weaves in these anthropological and sociological concepts to explain like the psychology behind branding.
Yeah.
He argues it's not just about selling a product or a service, but about creating a culture of belief
I see.
that really resonates with people's inherent desire for connection and meaning.
It's interesting. He uses this term primal code
Right.
to describe these 7 elements.
Right.
It almost sounds like a secret recipe, right?
A little bit, yeah.
For building these irresistible brands. So let's break down the first element here. Creation story.
Okay.
So every compelling brand has a beginning, right? An origin story.
Absolutely. And Hanlon, he emphasizes how important that origin story is. It makes the brand relatable, more human.
Uh-huh.
Think about companies like Apple or Amazon. You
Yeah.
know, their stories of humble beginnings, starting in a garage or even on the road trip, they resonate with our own aspirations.
It's just the facts, is it?
No, it's about conveying the passion, the vision, the drive that fueled their creation.
That's like a glimpse behind the curtain, you know?
Exactly.
You see the human element, the struggles, the triumphs, and it just makes the brand feel more authentic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's move on to the second element, creed. This one seems to be all about the heart and soul of the brand.
You got it. The core beliefs and promises. Think Nike, just do it.
Right.
More than just a tagline, right?
But absolutely.
It's an embodiment of self-empowerment, pushing boundaries.
It's a feeling.
These creeds, they work because they tap into, these deep-seated human desires and aspirations.
Right.
They offer a sense of belonging to something larger than ourselves.
You know, that reminds me of the U.S. Marine Corps
Okay.
and their emphasis on honor, courage, and commitment.
Right.
That's a creed that unites and motivates, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to something a little more tangible. Icons, the third element. So I'm thinking logos, products,
For sure.
maybe even a specific sound or a scent.
Absolutely. Icons act as these mental shortcuts.
Okay.
They trigger instant recognition, emotional responses.
Right.
You see the Nike swoosh, for example, anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
It evokes athleticism, achievement. It goes beyond words. It taps into the power of those visual symbols.
Well, think about the iPod. It wasn't just a music player, was it?
Right.
It was a cultural shift.
Represented a whole shift.
It's fascinating how even scents can be iconic.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about like walking into an Aveda salon. That distinct aroma, it adds another layer to the sensory experience.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move on to the fourth element. Rituals. Those repeated interactions we have with a brand.
Oh, rituals are interesting.
Okay.
They tap into our need for routine, for predictability, but in a positive way, right?
Okay, yeah.
Think about your morning coffee routine,
Right.
or the way you unbox a new gadget,
Yeah, that's exciting.
right? Brands can design these rituals to be enjoyable, create a sense of anticipation, satisfaction, strengthens that customer bond.
That makes me think of Red Wing shoes.
Oh, okay.
They have this very meticulous process for fitting work boots, you know?
Right.
So it's more than just a purchase. It's an experience.
Right.
It reinforces their image of quality and craftsmanship.
Absolutely. Okay, now this next element is a bit unexpected. Non-believers.
Interesting one, right. What's intriguing about non-believers is by identifying who you're not for,
Oh, okay.
you clarify your brand's identity.
I see.
It's about drawing a line in the sand and saying, this is what we stand for and this is what we don't.
It can actually strengthen the bond with your true believers.
Absolutely.
It's like defining yourself by what you oppose.
In a way, yeah.
I think about Apple's Think Different campaign.
Great example.
They position themselves as the rebels,
Huh?
the innovators,
The ones going against the grain.
implicitly against the status quo.
Exactly.
Sacred words, the sixth element, that seems a bit cryptic to me. I'm curious to hear how this one works.
Well, sacred words are all about creating an insider language.
Okay.
That sense of exclusivity, right?
Right.
That strengthens community bonds. Like, think about Starbucks sizes.
Oh yeah. Grande. Right? Tall, grand, venti. It creates a vocabulary, an insider
It's a
vocabulary.
secret handshake.
It is like a secret handshake for those loyal customers.
It reminds me of how gamers use specific jargon or brands with catchy slogans that just become part of everyday language.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like you have
Totally.
to be in the know to truly belong. And finally, we have the seventh element,
Right.
leader, the person who embodies the brand.
Right. Think Steve Jobs
Yeah,
or Oprah Winfrey. They're more than figureheads.
they're larger than life.
They're charismatic individuals. They inspire trust, inspire loyalty, their personality, their story, their values. It becomes intertwined with the brand, creating this powerful connection with followers.
You know, it's like they are the living embodiment of the brand's essence.
You got it.
Their passion, their vision, it becomes contagious.
Totally.
It creates this ripple effect that extends to the entire community. Now that we've sort of explored all seven elements of this primal code.
It's amazing to see how they work together
It is.
to build these powerful brand
To
experiences.
build these really, really powerful brand experiences.
From the creation story to the leader.
Yeah.
These elements form this cohesive narrative, a story
Right.
that resonates deeply with people.
And it's about more than just, selling a product.
It's about forging connections, fostering belonging, creating a culture of belief that transcends mere marketing.
That transcends mere marketing. I love that. So now that we've explored these seven elements, I'm really curious to see them in action.
Yeah.
Can you share some examples of brands that have successfully implemented this primal code?
Sure. Let's consider Coca-Cola.
Okay, Coke.
Their heritage, it goes all the way back to the late 19th century, right?
Wow.
Creating this really compelling narrative, an origin story.
Right.
The contoured bottle, it's recognizable all over the world.
It really is.
And their Share a Coke campaign.
Oh, yeah.
It promotes unity, connection, sharing.
Huge sharing. And who could forget those adorable polar bear ads?
Right, they're so good.
They evoke feelings of joy and warmth,
Exactly.
capturing the essence of the brand. And their jingles, their catchy jingles, like the real thing.
Right.
They seamlessly integrate into our everyday language.
Precisely. So these elements, they've been meticulously cultivated over generations.
Wow.
And the result is these devoted customers who associate Coca-Cola with positive emotions, with shared experiences.
It's more than just a drink, isn't it?
Oh, it's a prime example of how a simple beverage, can transcend mere refreshment.
And become a cultural phenomenon.
Exactly, become a cultural phenomenon.
So what other examples can you think of that showcase the effectiveness of this primal branding?
Well, let's look at IBM.
Okay.
A company that's navigated the ever-changing world of technology with remarkable adaptability.
They've been around forever, haven't they?
Their initial creed, think, fostered this culture of ingenuity, problem solving. As the digital age emerged, they pivoted to e-business,
Right.
demonstrating their commitment to progress, to relevance, and those IBM salesmen.
Oh, yeah, in their blue suits.
Right, with their signature blue suits. They were practically an institution.
They were an icon.
They embodied expertise, reliability, that corporate image that just instilled confidence.
It's incredible how a company can project such a strong identity through its workforce.
Absolutely. It emphasizes the power of aligning internal culture with external messaging.
Aligning that internal culture with the external messaging. Okay, so let's shift our focus to the U.S. Marine Corps.
Oh, a powerful example
A powerful illustration.
of how an origin story, a creed, rituals, they all foster this unwavering loyalty and dedication.
I mean, their boot camp experience is the perfect example, isn't it?
For sure.
It's designed to break down individuals and rebuild them as Marines
Forge that unbreakable bond.
through shared hardship, demanding training, distinctive customs and language.
Right. And their emblem.
The eagle, globe, and anchor.
It serves as a constant reminder of their heritage, their principles.
It's a powerful symbol.
It's a testament to the effectiveness of of primal branding
Right.
beyond commercial applications.
Not just about selling products, right?
Not at all. It's about building a community, a sense of brotherhood.
Through shared experiences, through shared values. Okay, let's look at a more lighthearted example. The Red Hat Society.
Oh, okay. This social group for women over 50,
Right.
it demonstrates a straightforward yet impactful approach about those vibrant red hats.
And the purple
It
attire.
acts as this instantly recognizable symbol.
Oh, absolutely. And their outings and gatherings.
Those function as rituals, solidifying friendships, fostering a sense of fun, adventure. It shows how a strong visual identity and regular social interactions, they can cultivate a robust brand and community.
Even without a product or service.
Even without a product or service to
Yeah.
market, exactly.
It really highlights the versatility of these principles across various contexts.
Absolutely. Let's consider a geographical example, Times Square.
Okay, Times Square in New York City.
Right. It's transformation from a neglected area to a vibrant tourist destination. It's remarkable.
Oh, it really is.
It's a testament to the power of rebranding.
Okay.
So they established a renewed focus on safety, on entertainment, family-friendly experiences,
Right.
and they utilized this iconic imagery, the dazzling neon lights, the New Year's Eve ball drop ritual.
Oh, yeah.
It proves that these principles can be applied to locations, not just products or organizations.
Not just products or organization.
It emphasizes understanding your target audience's emotional needs, whether they're tourists or consumers.
Their emotional needs.
Now, have you thought about how these principles might apply to your own work, your personal pursuits?
This is where it gets exciting.
Right.
You don't need to be a massive corporation to utilize these ideas.
Absolutely.
Whether it's building a business, advocating for a cause, or even cultivating your personal brand, the Primal Code offers some really valuable tools.
So think about your journey. What unique experiences and perspectives do you bring?
Okay.
What core values guide your endeavors? What symbols, what rituals represent your brand?
These are all insightful questions,
Worth pondering.
worth pondering. And by thoughtfully applying these principles, you can really strengthen connections with your audience, whether they're customers, clients, or supporters.
Remember, primal branding, it taps into our fundamental human need for belonging, purpose, meaning. It's about creating genuine connections that resonate on a deeper level.
It's about creating something that people genuinely care about and want to be a part of. Let's delve into another illustrative example. Cyan Worlds,
Okay.
the company behind the iconic computer game Myst.
Oh, Myst, great game.
Mm.
A captivating example of immersive storytelling and world building within the digital realm.
What's remarkable about Cyan Worlds is their garage mentality, despite their success.
Right.
They have this commitment to a close-knit team, open communication, a passion for their craft.
And it's cultivated a devoted fan base.
It has. It really has.
Their games themselves, they're replete with primal elements.
Yep.
So Myst, for example, the enigmatic island setting, the intricate puzzles, they create this captivating world
Right.
for players to unravel. And the process of solving those puzzles and uncovering secrets, it becomes a ritual,
It does.
fostering engagement and community.
And they even have their own distinct terminology and lore,
They do.
which creates a sense of shared knowledge and belonging among players.
And their leader, Rand Miller, he embodies their creative spirit, their values.
It's a compelling demonstration of how primal branding can thrive in a digital context.
Absolutely. Building a dedicated community around a shared experience. Let's explore Fast Company magazine,
Okay.
which launched during the burgeoning new economy of the mid 1990s.
Fast Company, they perfectly captured the energy, the excitement of a rapidly changing business world.
They did.
And their creation story, it's intertwined with this transformative period
Absolutely.
as they sought to provide insights for a new generation of entrepreneurs and leaders.
And their central message, it revolved around innovation, creativity, and challenging conventions.
Challenging conventions.
They were early proponents of concepts like free agents, thought leaders, the brand you,
Right.
resonating with a workforce that was embracing flexibility and personal growth.
Their logo with its stylized FC and forward-leaning tilt, it conveyed a sense of dynamism and progress. Their articles,
Yes.
they frequently featured successful entrepreneurs and companies,
Yeah.
reinforcing their message of innovation.
Absolutely. And they even hosted company of friends gatherings,
Oh, right.
providing a platform for readers and contributors to connect.
It's a wonderful example of how a publication can transcend being merely a source of information
Right.
and become a platform for community building.
It's about becoming a movement, a tribe united by shared aspirations and values. Let's consider an often overlooked example: UPS.
UPS, the
Yeah.
the package delivery company.
Yes, UPS. While often overlooked in branding discussions, they possess a powerful primal code.
Really?
Oh yeah, their history it originates in the early 20th century,
Okay.
starting as a modest messenger service.
Humble
Their
beginnings.
brown delivery trucks, their uniforms.
Those are iconic.
They're instantly recognizable, symbolizing efficiency, reliability, that pragmatic approach.
They definitely have that image.
Their emphasis is on precision, dependability, customer service. These form their core values and their drivers.
Right.
They adhere to specific rituals from their uniform to the way they handle their keys.
It's fascinating how they've ritualized even the smallest operational details.
Right. And they're non-believers.
Okay.
They represent inefficiency and unreliable service, highlighting their dedication to delivering on their promises.
So by prioritizing consistency, dependability, and a strong internal culture,
They built a brand that signifies more than just package delivery.
more than just package delivery.
Their founder, Jim Casey, he instilled these enduring values and a customer-centric focus.
Okay. Let's examine Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, a media powerhouse
Media powerhouse.
who's built an empire on genuine audience connection.
She really has. I mean, Oprah's remarkable journey from modest beginnings to media mogul,
Yeah.
it resonates with audiences.
Absolutely.
She exemplifies overcoming adversity and achieving extraordinary success.
Her central message, it centers around empowerment, self-improvement, living your best life. And her transparency about her personal struggles, it makes her relatable, trustworthy.
It does.
That iconic O logo.
Right.
It's instantly recognizable, representing her brand's essence. And the Oprah Winfrey Show with its confessional format and emphasis on personal stories, it became a ritual for countless viewers.
Billions of viewers. And her book club,
Oh, brilliant.
a brilliant utilization of sacred words.
Elevating those chosen books to a must-read status.
Oh, yeah.
For her followers, sparking discussions that extend beyond the pages.
It illustrates how a personality can embody a brand,
Absolutely.
utilizing primal elements to cultivate a loyal and engaged audience. Let's shift our focus to artist Shepard Fairey,
Okay.
renowned for his Obey giant street art and the Obama Hope poster.
Shepard Fairey, he masterfully blends street culture, graphic design, and social commentary
Really interesting combination.
to create this recognizable and influential brand.
So his early work featuring that Obey giant image, it began as an experiment in phenomenology,
Right.
exploring how a simple repetitive image could permeate public spaces and evoke curiosity.
And his work, it often challenges authority, societal norms,
It does.
aligning with a rebellious spirit that resonates with his audience. And his use of bold graphics, stark contrast, repetitive imagery,
Very distinctive style.
it creates these instantly recognizable visuals.
Well, like in the Andre the Giant face.
Right.
Became a symbol of counterculture and anti-establishment
I know.
sentiment.
Exactly. And his later work, including the Obama Hope poster, it demonstrated his adaptability.
While still maintaining his core aesthetic and message.
Absolutely. And his street art installations, often created illicitly,
Right.
they became a ritual,
Kind of reclaiming public spaces.
reclaiming those public spaces, challenging conventions, sparking dialogue.
It's a fascinating example of how an artist can cultivate a strong personal brand.
By combining visual imagery, social commentary, and a distinct style. Now let's take a moment to synthesize what we've learned.
It's a great time to recap all these insightful examples.
So we've explored the seven elements of primal branding and how
Yeah.
they contribute to a culture of belief and belonging around a brand, a company, or a personality. We've seen these principles applied across such a diverse spectrum from Coca-Cola and IBM to the U.S. Marine Corps and the Red Hat Society.
We've observed how understanding your creation story, defining your creed, leveraging icons and rituals
And identifying your non-believers.
can help you build a stronger brand identity.
We've also seen how skillfully utilizing sacred words and the influence of a strong leader can enhance your message
Right.
and create a lasting connection with your audience.
We've even seen how these principles can be applied to your personal life,
Right.
whether it's building a business, promoting a cause, or cultivating your personal brand. The Primal Code, it offers a framework for connecting with individuals on a deeper level and creating a sense of shared purpose. So what should our listener be contemplating as we wrap up this deep dive?
That's an excellent question, leading us perfectly to our final thoughts on primal branding.
As we wrap up our exploration of primal branding, I'm curious about how our listeners can apply these principles in their daily lives. It's one thing to see these ideas at work in big brands, but how can individuals utilize this framework?
That's a great question, and it underscores a key takeaway from Hanlon's work. Primal branding, it's not just for corporations. It's a way of thinking about how to build connections, how to foster loyalty and create meaning, regardless of the scale. So as you go about your day, pay attention to the brands that resonate with you.
What products do you gravitate towards?
Which companies earn your trust? Are there specific personalities or movements that inspire you?
And examine why these particular entities stand out.
Do they have a compelling creation story? Does their creed align with your values? Are there specific icons or rituals that enhance your experience?
It's like reverse engineering the Primal Code.
Yes.
Yeah, understand how they've captured your attention and loyalty.
It's exact
But
right.
perhaps even more importantly, consider how you can leverage these principles in your own endeavors.
So let's say you're starting a small business, launching a website,
Yeah.
or even building a personal brand online. Think about your own unique journey.
What experiences have shaped your perspective? What values drive your work? How can you craft a compelling narrative that resonates with your target audience?
And remember, primal branding, it's not about manipulation.
Right.
It's about authenticity. It's about tapping into those fundamental human desires for connection, for meaning, for belonging.
It's about creating something that people genuinely care about and want to be a part of.
Exactly.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from the theoretical underpinnings to fascinating real-world examples
Yeah.
to help solidify everything we've discussed. Let's condense it into a 10-point summary for our listener. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Here are 10 key takeaways to remember
Yeah.
about primal branding. Number one, it leverages those innate human desires for belonging and purpose to build those devoted communities.
Okay.
Number two, a compelling creation story, it humanizes brands by revealing their origin and their journey.
Okay.
Number three, the brand's creed, it acts as a guiding principle, outlining its core values and beliefs.
Okay.
Number four, icons are visual, auditory, or even sensory shortcuts
Okay.
that trigger instant recognition and emotional connection.
Okay.
Number five, rituals are those repeated actions and interactions that create familiarity and strengthen the bond between the brand and its audience.
Okay.
Number six, identifying non-believers can clarify your brand's position and rally your true supporters.
Okay.
Number seven, sacred words establish a sense of exclusivity and belonging through language unique to the brand.
Okay.
Number eight, a strong leader embodies the brand's values, inspires trust, and motivates followers. Number nine, these principles can be applied across a diverse range of domains, from consumer products to social movements, geographical locations, and even personal brands.
Okay.
And number 10, by understanding these principles, individuals can discern authentic connections, make informed choices, and create brands that resonate on a deeper level.
We hope this deep dive into primal branding has been insightful and inspiring for you. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep connecting. Until next time.